Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the pod. I want to share with you guys 4 things that I think are always worth spending money on. And I wanted to talk about this because spending money is something that I have really historically struggled with. I have a lot of anxiety around spending money. I hem and I haw when it comes to making some kind of purchasing decision. And this is the reason why, in a lot of cases, I don't buy fancy toys or fancy things. I kind of live in very much below my means. You know, I drive a Toyota Prius, and up until earlier this year, Jamie and I, we lived in a house that we had purchased for $250,000, which is, a lot. And it was a fantastic home, but our monthly mortgage was maybe like $1,000. So living well below our means. And I just historically always struggled with spending money because I remember so vividly what it felt like to not have money, to do the mental jujitsu every day of like, do I have enough money to put gas in the car or to eat dinner? And when you come from that place of like scarcity and your relationship with money becomes like very deeply seated in your biology, it can be very hard to break even in the years after you've maybe technically won the money game. And money objectively is not a thing that should cause you stress. It's still, for me, it does. And everybody's different. You might not be like that. We're all conditioned differently. Our relationship with money is different, and it's something that I'm still continually working on. But I wanted to share with you guys 4 things that, despite the anxiety I get from spending money, these are 4 things that actually cause me 0 anxiety. And I think that everybody should be willing to spend money on, to invest into. So number 1 is memories. I think spending money to make memories is the second best use of money. The first being that you can buy back your time. Second is to make memories. Go hang out and do epic, crazy, cool things with people that you love. Earlier this year, I was very lucky. I was very fortunate to be able to go to Antarctica with my brother, his wife, and my significant other, Jamie. We spent 10 days down there, and it was phenomenal. It was amazing. And then a couple months later, Jamie and I, we went to Ireland for a couples building retreat. And then we went to Cabo, where I was speaking at a mastermind. And so this year has been a lot of travel and investing into events and memories. And it's something that when I look back on those times, those pictures, those videos of being there and like the memories that I have, it's like worth every penny. So spending money on memories is number 1. Number 2 is spending money on your health. I think your health is everything. If you don't have that, then what do you really got, right? Like Seneca said, or Confucius said, the healthy man wants 1,000 things, but the sick man wants just one. And so I think you should be willing to invest very heavily into your health, whether that's, a personal trainer, a gym membership, eating healthy, supplements, whatever it is that you think would help improve your physical health, I think is a worthwhile investment. And this came up the other day. I was hanging out with my buddy Nikhil, who has a YouTube channel. And we were doing an interview for his podcast, and we were talking about creatine gummies. These are a new supplement that I've been trying out. Creatine is one of the most studied substances. It gives you energy. It's naturally occurring inside the body. It's great for exercise and all these things, right? So creatine's great. You should be taking it probably, most likely. But the way that you take it can vary, and typically it's been a powder. It's very cheap. But I've been taking these creatine gummies where they taste like citrus, like oranges, and they're just very delicious. Easy way to get your creatine. And I was sharing with Nikhil. I was like, they're awesome. They're like a little treat. I get my creatine and I get my little sweets. It's awesome. And he's like, well, how much does that cost? And I was like, you know what? I don't even know. I don't look at how much that costs because it's an investment in my health. And so I just kind of write the blank check. And maybe that's not the best strategy in the grand scheme of things, but when it comes to your health, I think you should be willing to pour into that, whether that's good sleep, good nutrition, good exercise. You should be willing to invest into your body. Number 3 is I never hesitate to invest in growth, whether that's acquiring new skills or getting outside my comfort zone and going to different challenges, experiences, things like that. I think investing in your skills are the one investment that pay compounding dividends regardless of economic cycle. And so growing as an individual, I think you should always be at the front of your mind and be one of the biggest investments that you make every year. And I recommend you actually putting aside a budget each year for how much you plan on investing into your personal growth. I think, and then you have to spend that on things that are actually going to move you towards that. But I think that's one of the best investments that you can make, and you should not hesitate even for a moment to spend money on that. Number 4 is community. So community, you hear it all the time. You're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with, but even more important than that, it's like people are what make this thing called life worth living. And so invest in getting around amazing people. Invest in your friends and your family. Pour back into that in like whatever way that looks. Some of the most deep connections I've made have been the result of buying into masterminds or paid communities so I can get access to other people who are operating on a similar level of where I want to be. And so memories, health, growth, and community are the 4 things that I never hesitate to spend money on. And I'm working on something right now that is going to solve for 3 of these 4, the health, growth, and community. And we're going to be launching this in January. It's a little early to be talking about exactly what it is, but I just had to sit down with my team today. We're discussing the details, the launch strategy of it over the month of December, where we're going to be releasing special trainings and videos. It's freaking awesome. It's going to be really cool. It's exactly what I wish I had had when I was starting my personal self-mastery journey. And I'm really, really excited to share it with you guys. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be amazing. But that's going to do it for me, guys and gals. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you. I'll catch you around these parts tomorrow. But until then, stay hyper-focused, my friend.